Jeremy Warren back deep to receive the opening kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Nelsonville, York's Boston Field, it is game time.
I believe that's Logan Jordan that's teeing up the football. Might be Kyle Howard, trying to figure out if it is a 39 instead of 89.
It's Kyle Howard, and you know he's kicks off very well. Also got a very strong leg. I tell you, if the Spartans get anywhere inside the red zone and it's 4th down and long, I can guarantee you they're going to definitely go for a field goal. He's that type of a kicker.
About ready for the opening kickoff. Kyle Howard ready to kick it away, and this game's underway here at Boston Field. Jeremy Warren trying to run it down, does so back at the 8-yard line, brings it back to the middle of the field across the 20, has some open room. Jeremy Warren across midfield. And he'll finally be taken out of bounds around the 17-yard line of Alexander by the kicker, Howard.
Yeah, Howard did a good job, stayed midfield, forced him one way to the sidelines. That's an excellent job by Howard, but I'll tell you, Warren did a great job of once he received that ball of reading the defense coming down, and they got out of lanes. Warren just cut back up in the middle of the field, and what a way to start the game.
Buckeyes, 1st down and 10 at the Alexander 15-yard line. Buckeyes out of the eye. Noah Andrews at fullback, Alex Mount at tailback, and Hunter Edwards at quarterback. A receiver on each side. And an option play. And Edwards will keep it himself, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. No gain on the play.
Yeah, he was tackled in there by Taylor Kimbrough. And like you said, I think it was supposed to be an option faking to Andrews in there. Right now, Spartans are staying back in a 5-3 defense. We kind of saw this defense also last week that the Rockets did against the Buckeyes and had some success. So right now, the Spartans are going to see how they can do in that same type of defensive role.
Buckeyes 2nd down and 10 at the Spartan 15-yard line. And a pitch out comes to Alex Mount. And he'll be taken down right around the line of scrimmage. Once again, no gain. I believe it was Lucas Thompson on that tackle.
Yeah, Thompson that time trying to get Mount outside. We pull his 2 play side guards, and Lucas did a nice job of just forcing that deeper and deeper, and he's able to get that tackle.
So Buckeyes, it will go down as a half-yard loss. So call it a 3rd down and 11 for the Buckeyes. Ball spotted just outside the 15-yard line of the Spartans. Buckeyes with the receiver on each side going out of the eye. Hunter Edwards under center, and he'll hand it off on a delayed handoff to Alex Mount, and he gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. He picks up 1, and it'll bring up 4th and 10 for the Buckeyes.
And Trey Russell stepped up from that linebacker spot and made a big hit that time on Mount on that draw. And right now, it looks like, just from what I can see, Alexander's playing the strong side, dropping everybody down, covering up our strong side guard and tackle, and going to force us to try to run backside.
Walker Elliott comes in with this play. Buckeyes 4th down and 10 at the Spartan 15. Hunter Edwards will take the direct snap. Back to pass. Throws out in the right flat. Has a man, Dakota Mays. He's got a 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Buckeyes around the 2-yard line.
I tell you, both times that time, everybody went with our wide out that time out there, and which was Warren, and no one touched Dakota Mays, and he was out there in the flats all by himself. And Edwards, great read, great throw, and I tell you what, big 1st down for the Buckeyes.
From the Alexander 2-yard line, 1st and goal, Buckeyes.
1st and goal, Buckeyes at the Spartan 2. Nelsonville York in a power eye look now. Edwards under center at quarterback, takes a snap. It'll go to Alex Mount, dives forward, but he's tripped up around the 1 yard line. And the Buckeyes will have a 2nd and goal at the Spartan 1.
Yeah, Jacob Warwick, basically he just crawled through a gap that time and was able to hit Mount in the backfield. And
a 78-yard kickoff return by Jeremy Warren to begin this game on the opening kickoff. And the Buckeyes in great position. A 2nd and goal at the Spartan 1. Buckeyes in the power I once again. And it'll be Mount, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeye.
Tell you, that time offensive line got a great push up front. Mount was able to just step right into the end zone.
Freshman Garrett Maiden will attempt the point after touchdown. Dakota Mays will snap. Jeremy Warren will hold. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 8:38 to play in quarter number 1. Nelsonville York 7 and Alexander 0. Garrett Maiden will kick it away for Nelsonville York. And the approach and the kick. Squib kick comes to this side, and it will go out of bounds, and that'll be a penalty on Nelsonville York. And Spartans more than likely will take the ball on their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was a squib kick or if Garrett Ray got his head raised too quick, but 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Spartans. And what we're going to see out of Alexander is a little bit of a mix of a spread, but more of a running game out of that spread. And they're going to be led by Josh Barnes and Brody McGrath at quarterback. And I tell you, Buckeye D's been playing good for the last several weeks.
1st and 10 Spartans on their own 35, and a handoff to Barnes, and we got a little flea flicker. Pass comes to this side to Thompson, and he pulls it in at the Spartan 48.
Tell you, that was a great catch there by Thompson. He went way. I didn't think he had a chance at all for it. And Spartans coming out trying to get some sort of chicory going there, and a big play capability. And luckily that ball was underthrown just a little bit, but what a catch by Thompson.
Lucas Thompson, the leading receiver for the Spartans. 14 catches, 324 yards, and 4 touchdowns coming into this game. 1st and 10, Alexander on their own 48-yard line. Again, Brody McGrath at quarterback. Lined up about 5 yards behind the line, and he will hand it off to Josh Barnes, and he'll take it to the Buckeye 46-yard line as he picks up about 6 yards.
And that was Andrews on the tackle for the Buckeyes. And right now I think McManus is out this week with a concussion from the Wellston game, and so Andrews has had to slide back down into that defensive end position.
2nd down and 4 for the Spartans at the Buckeye 46. McGrath comes this way. A flag is down. We may have holding on Alexander, and then McGrath is run out of bounds by David Ray.
Yeah, Ray forced him out of bounds, but McGrath, if he would have thrown it, he'd have been beyond the line of scrimmage, but I believe we do have a flag on the play. I believe it was a possible chop block on the offensive line of the Spartans.
And that penalty will take the Spartans back to their own 41-yard line. And Alexander will have a 2nd down now and about 17. Brody McGrath at quarterback. Takes a snap, hands it off to Barnes on the left side, and the Buckeyes right there. A gain of 1, but that'll be it.
They had Skylar Canner on the tackle for the Buckeyes that time. He's down at that defensive tackle position, and nice job by Skylar.
3rd down and about 16 for the Spartans. Brody McGrath at quarterback, a receiver split out on each side. McGrath takes the snap, back to pass, being pressured. rolls to this side, throws. He hits Lucas Thompson, and he'll go down at the Buckeye 46-yard line. The Spartans about 5 yards shy of a first down.
And he was hit hard in there by Nungester and David Ray. But nice. I'm telling you what, McGrath did a good job of getting out of the pocket and finding Thompson downfield.
Looks like Alexander will punt it away on 4th and 5 at the Buckeye 47. Jeremy Warren will drop back deep to receive the punt. And Chase Harris will punt it away for the Spartans. And they pitch it back. The ball's loose. Harris picks it up. Nowhere to go. And he'll go down back at the 32-yard line of Alexander.
Okay, I don't know if the Spartans were trying a fake punt there. They had a guy going in motion across the field. They could have just been trying to kick it to the left side of the football field, but one mistake led to another, and Buckeyes start off this series in great position.
So the offense, first series of the game started at the Spartan 15. Now the second offensive series will start at the Spartan 32-yard line. Buckeyes out of the eye. Pitch out. Alex Mount on the right side. Cuts it up. Breaks a tackle. Mount still on the move for the Buckeyes. And he'll take it down about the 12-yard line as he picks up about 20 yards.
Yeah, Jacob Smith on that tackle for the Spartans. And tell you don't realize not only is Mount extremely quick, but I tell you this year he's really been able to run through a lot of tackles. And I'll tell you that's what he did on that pitch.
Alex Mount coming in with 895 yards rushing on the season, 9 touchdowns. Of course, he had a touchdown at the beginning of this game. 1st and 10, Nelsonville York. They'll spot it at the Spartan 13. Buckeyes out of the eye. Hunter Edwards takes a snap, hands it off to Mount on the left side, and this time he'll be taken down right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Bradbury on that tackle, and I tell you, the Buckeyes that time put a twins out there to kind of see what happened with the what the Spartans would do, and I tell you, they still covered everybody up, and I think that's going to give us a good possibility of running toward the twins side here in the next few plays.
Buckeyes 2nd and 10 at the Spartan 13, 5:24 to play in the first quarter. The Buckeyes up 7-0. 2 receivers on the right side. And Hunter Edwards will keep it himself around the left side, but then he'll go down back at the 15-yard line. That'll be a loss of 2. And the Buckeyes will have a 3rd and 12.
Hey, Thompson again on the tackle, and he's playing that defensive end position really well. He's probably been schooled all week of not letting Hunter get to the edge, and he's had 2 big tackles so far here in the first quarter.
3rd down and 12 for the Buckeyes. Of course, they have 2 plays to pick up that 12 yards. 4 down territory. Receiver on each side. Buckeyes out of the eye. 3rd and 12 at the Alexander 15. Back to pass. Hunter Edwards rolls to the right side. Has some running room. Now a flag comes in. We're probably going to have holding on the Buckeyes as Edwards dives for the end zone.
Yeah, we are going to have holding back here in the backfield, and what's bad about that, it's going to be a spot foul from there. So not only is it going to be 7 yards back from where the penalty was, it's going to be another 10 yards from that spot. So it's almost like a 17-yard penalty on the Buckeyes.
So that one will come back. Starting for the Buckeyes on offense tonight, left end 23, Aaron Davis. Left tackle 67, Cameron Mount. Left guard 63, Ethan McCombs. Center 59, Jay Elliott. Right guard 62, Matt Carter. Right tackle 77, Patrick McQuaid. Right end number 10, Dakota Mays. Wing back 22, Jeremy Warren. Fullback 48, Noah Andrews. Tailback number 1, Alex Mount. And quarterback number 8, Hunter Edwards. Buckeyes now with a 3rd and about 30. 2 receivers on the right side. Buckeyes out of the eye. Of course, we've seen Nelsonville York pick up these kind of situations the last 2 weeks, each of the last 2 weeks. Edwards back to pass, has some time, throwing long on the right side, and it's going to be incomplete down at the Spartan 10-yard line. Pretty good coverage by Alexander.
Yeah, Thompson was just playing back letting Warren basically just not get behind him, and Warren went up for it, made a good play on the ball, but Thompson did too.
So the Buckeyes facing 4th down now and about 30 at the Spartan 34-yard line, and Nelsonville York will punt it away. Jeremy Warren will do the punting. I believe it's Taylor Kimbrough back deep for Alexander, and this one will head to the left sidelines. Good punt by Jeremy Warren, and Alexander will start on their own 12-yard line. 4:13 to play in the opening quarter here at Boston Field. Nelsonville York 7 and Alexander nothing. Starting for the Buckeye defense tonight, left end 48 Noah Andrews, left tackle 59 Jay Elliott, right tackle 75 Skylar Canner, right end number 20 Donovan Ross, outside linebacker 27 Jacob Talbert, outside linebacker 3 Walker Elliott, inside linebacker number 10 Dakota Mays, inside linebacker 53 David Ray, safety number 22 Jeremy Warren, safety 28 Bryce Nungester, and free safety number 9 Garrett Maiden. So Alexander 1st and 10 on their own 12, back to pass, and McGrath will throw it on the left side, trying to get it to Mason Chapman, but that one's going to fall incomplete at the Alexander 7-yard line.
Tell you, and Walker Elliott did a nice job. They were trying to run a little slip screen there to Chapman, and Elliott was able to stay there and basically forced a bad throw. And right now Spartans deep into their territory. They need more than just 3 and out. They got to get something positive.
So 2nd down and 10 for Alexander on their own 12-yard line. Brody McGrath at quarterback. Buckeyes right there, a short gain of 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Alexander.
Tell you, that was Mays and also David Ray on that tackle. And McGrath, we talked earlier, he's the type of quarterback that can throw and run. They run an option style offense with him, and the Buckeyes did a nice job of staying home and forcing him to keep the ball.
It's a 3rd and 7 for Alexander on their own 15. Buckeyes would like to hold here, get the 3 and out, and get great field position. Brody McGrath at quarterback, takes a snap, looking to throw, looking, now pressured out of the pocket. A flag comes in, we may have holding. McGrath running on the left side, he will lob it to Lucas Thompson. He pulls it in at the 40, and he'll take it to the Buckeye 48, but again, a flag is down.
Actually, we got 2 flags down.
Both flags laying within the 15-yard line of Alexander.
We have 2 penalties on the play. The one at the 10-yard line is a hold, and the other one at the 14 is a balk in the back. It'll be the choice of the defense.
So both penalties on the offense, a block in the back and a holding call. Obviously, the Buckeyes will take one of those since the Spartans get the big pass play out to midfield.
Yeah, and right now Buckeyes are going to take the one from the spot of the foul, which is the holding penalty. It'll be half the distance, but that'll be the one that'll put them back farther.
So the Spartans will have 3rd down over again. And it'll be 3rd down back around the 6-yard line. So 3rd down and about 16 for the Spartans. Brody McGrath at quarterback. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. McGrath in the end zone looking to throw, does so on the left side. Dakota Mays will pick it off for the Buckeyes. Breaks a tackle across the 15, the 10, and he'll go down around the 7-yard line. Dakota Mays.
I tell you, I believe they were trying to run a little out and up route, and tell you, Mays was just in a perfect spot and made a great interception there. And this is the Buckeyes' 3rd possession, and their starting position has got to average out at about the 20-yard line. You start your drives at the 20, you're going to score a lot of points.
So Buckeyes leading 7-0, 3 minutes, 11 seconds to play in the first quarter, and the Buckeyes with a 1st and goal at the Alexander 6-yard line on the interception by Dakota Mays. Andrews and Mount in the Buckeye backfield. Edwards under center at quarterback. Wearing in motion to the left side. And handoff to Noah Andrews. And he surges down close. He'll get it to about the 1 yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
Hey, Jake Eisman coming off the bottom of that pile for the Spartans. And this is where you like that big fullback when you're down inside the 10-yard line. They can get those hard yards for you. And Andrews gets hit early and is still able to keep his momentum going forward and picking up 6-7 yards.
Buckeye 2nd and goal with the Spartan 1. Nelsonville York trying to go up by 2 touchdowns. Wearing in motion once again on the left side. Handoff, Noah Andrews, and he's in for the Buckeye touchdown. The Buckeyes take a 13-0 lead with the extra point attempt upcoming.
Last week we weren't able to see Garrett in the game. The field conditions were just so bad, and that's been a real positive outlook. Surprise for us this year is the kicking game with Garrett.
And the kick is up, and the kick is no good, off to the right this time.
I jinxed him.
But the Buckeyes lead the Spartans 13-0, 2:26 to play in the first quarter. Garrett Maiden will kick it away for Nelsonville York. The approach and the kick. And it'll be taken right at the 20-yard line. That is Trey Russell on the left side. And he has some running room for the Spartans. And he'll take it all the way out to midfield.
They had David Ray on that tackle along with McDonald. And, that's a good run for the Spartans. First possession where they've really started in good field position.
So Alexander, 1st down and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Buckeyes leading 13-0. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Brody McGrath at quarterback. Pistol look by the Spartans. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, and an option play to the left. Pitch out goes to Barnes, and he'll be knocked out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. He may have picked up 1.
Maybe 1, and he's forced out by Talbert. And Talbert, which would have had a great week, I thought, last week on the defensive side of the ball, was all over the field down at Wellston. And once again, good tackle there, holding Barnes to just 1 yard gain.
Barnes, the leading rusher for the Spartans coming into this game. He has 704 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns. Now an official is talking to a Spartan and a Buckeye. Looks like we're ready to go. 2nd and 9 for Alexander at the Nelsonville York 49-yard line. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Brody McGrath at quarterback. And he'll hand it off up the middle. And a short gain on the play. Let's see where they spotted around the 46 of the Buckeyes. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and about 7.
And that was Skylar Canner on the first contact, and Jay Elliott finishing it up. And so far, defensive line has done a nice job holding Barnes to little gains.
McGrath hands it off. No, he keeps it himself, and he's going to be hit for a big loss back in Spartan territory.
I tell you, Donovan Ross actually came up with the ball, but they called his momentum was done at the contact. But as a defensive end, on an option team, you have one responsibility, and that is the quarterback. And you have to hit him every single time, and that's what Andrews did.
Brings up, after the loss, a 4th down and about 13 for Alexander, back on their own 47-yard line. 1:13 to play in the first quarter. The Buckeyes up 13-0. Again, 4th down, and the Spartans look like they are going for it. 4th down and about 13. Brody McGrath at quarterback. Man in motion on the left side. McGrath back to pass. Throws over the middle, and it falls incomplete.
Hey, that was just a quick slant that time in there to Kimbrough, and he wouldn't have got the first down. I thought maybe they would kick it from the shotgun formation there, but when the Spartans played the Bulldogs several weeks ago, the Spartans never punted the whole game. Did not punt no matter where they were at on the field. And, now they've given the Buckeyes another possession inside the 50.
Buckeyes will start at the Spartan 46-yard line, leading 13-0 here in the first quarter. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. Noah Andrews, the lone back for the Buckeyes. Jeremy Warren, he'll take the pitch after coming in motion. And Warren will take it down to the Spartan 42-yard line as he picks up about 4 yards for Nelsonville York.
And Mason Chapman on the tackle, and basically the Buckeyes right there ran that 8 right formation, but that time they was able to bring a Warren in motion, kind of give him a pitch like they give to Alex Mount and let him use his speed also.
Second down and 6 for the Buckeyes at the Alexander 42. Nelsonville York in a power eye look. And handoff, Alex Mount has some running room. Mount will take it inside the 35-yard line of the Spartans to the 34 as he picks up about 8 yards. That'll be a Buckeye first down.
Yeah, Kimbrough on the tackle again that time, and Mount with a nice run in there, be able to pick up that first down, and that could be the last play of the quarter.
Clock running at 15 seconds remaining in the first period. And it looks like the Buckeyes will let it run out. And that will be the end of the first quarter here at Boston Field. It's been a good one for the Buckeyes. They lead the Spartans 13-0 at the end of one. Ready for the second quarter of play. Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the Spartan 35. And a fake pitch, handoff to Mount coming this side, and he's grabbed for a 1-yard loss. They'll spot it around the 35-yard line of the Spartans.
Jacob Smith stayed home and made a nice tackle on Mount, and nice designed play. Just one player was able to stay home and make a good tackle.
So the Buckeyes will have a second down and about 11 just outside the 35-yard line of the Spartans. Buckeyes in the power eye. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. Handoff to Alex Mount, and he's hit for a loss back at the Spartan 38-yard line, and that was Mason Chapman on that tackle.
And Harris also came through there, but I tell you, it was the linebacker, I think it was Chapman, came in and took on that lead block, and man, I'll tell you, he really forced that play back even farther. And
so the Buckeyes now will have a third down and about 14 after a loss of 2. Buckeyes at the Spartan 38. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. And we have movement on the left side of the Buckeye line, so it'll be 3rd and 19 now, a 5-yard illegal procedure penalty. So the Buckeyes have it back at the Spartan 43 now. 3rd down and 19 for Nelsonville York. Hunter Edwards under center at quarterback. Jeremy Warren in motion to the left side. And back to pass on play action. Throwing over the middle, he has Dakota Mays, and he pulls it in. And down at the 17-yard line of Alexander. That's a Buckeye first down.
And Thompson was in great position. He had his eyes looking inside. He needs to make sure he reads his keys and drops back. But he was peeking inside for that big run, and Mays went right behind him.
First down and 10 Buckeyes at the Alexander 16-yard line. 10:20 to play in the first half, and the Buckeyes up 13-0.
That's the second time on a nice third down play that the Buckeyes were able to pick up that big first down and keep the drive alive.
First and 10 Buckeyes at the 16 of the Spartans. And a handoff, Noah Andrews straight up the middle. Not much doing for the Buckeyes. He gets it to the 15, a gain of 1. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that's Chapman again on the tackle for the Buckeyes. And That's a 1 yard gain that time for Andrews. Yeah, I tell you, at times the Spartans on the defensive side really, they've been playing the run fairly tough, but they've just been letting that big play cost them.
Second down and 9 for the Buckeyes at the Spartan 15. Out of the I formation. And a pitch out. No, Hunter Edwards keeps it himself, and he's going to be tripped up and tackled back at the 23-yard line by Mason Chapman.
Hey, that's a huge play that time by Chapman, and that's a loss of almost 8 to 9 yards.
So the Buckeyes will have a third down now and about 16 to go at the Spartan 23-yard line. Nelsonville York out of the I. Hunter Edwards straight back to pass, being pressured, and he's going to be sacked back at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, he's sacked in there by Chase Harris.
Looked like he came in untouched on a blitz on the upper side.
And Buckeyes, I believe, will bring on the punting unit for the first time.
So the Buckeyes now fourth down. About 32 yards to go, and they will punt it away. Jeremy Warren will punt. Nice snap. Nice punt by Jeremy Warren as he angles it towards the sideline again. It takes an Alexander bounce, and Jacob Talbert will knock it out of bounds around the 22-yard line, I believe.
And it, like you said, it took an Alexander bounce. It hit at about the 11-yard line, but two big bounces, and it puts it right back at about the 22-yard line for the Spartans.
7:49 to play before halftime. Here at Boston Field at Nelsonville York High School, the Buckeyes up 13-0. The Spartans now with the ball. Now they're spotting the ball back at the 15-yard line.
I'm not real sure how that happened, but I'm sure the Buckeyes aren't going to complain about it.
Now the officials will get together. It looked like Jacob Talbert knocked the ball around the 22-yard line of the Spartans. But the possibility, as our cameraman Nathan Fox mentioned, is maybe the ball bounced out of bounds, and then when it came backwards was when Talbert hit the ball, but the ball had already hit out of bounds. Maybe that's what they're ruling. The officials talking it over down at the 15-yard line of the Spartans.
Right.
Now they will bring it back out to the 21-yard line. So good job by the officials. They get together, and
it's always best to talk it through. It's a lot easier, and that way you don't take the heat from both coaching staffs.
So Alexander, first down and 10 on their own 21-yard line. Brody McGrath at quarterback as Chapman goes in motion. And McGrath keeps it himself. He's in trouble, trying to get away from the Buckeyes, but he'll go down back at the 9-yard line.
And Mays is on that final tackle when they're reading that read option there, and it's just taking them too long to develop. And, they're bringing Chapman in motion to help block on that, but McGrath's got to make that read a lot quicker. I mean, that's a 10-yard loss for the Spartans.
Second down and about 21 for Alexander, back around the 9-yard line. Brody McGrath, 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Barnes in motion. McGrath keeps it himself, and he's going to be hit and dropped for another loss back at the 8.
And right now, I think the Spartans are going to really have to concentrate running at the Buckeyes, because anything side to side, it takes time. That defensive line with Elliott and Canner up front and Donovan Ross and Andrews at the ends is they're just going to eat that up.
Third down and about 22 to go for Alexander, back on the 8. Birdie McGrath at quarterback, looking to throw. Dumps it off to this side, and Jacob Talbert picks it off at the 4-yard line.
Another, and that's what they ran earlier, was that same screen that the Buckeyes were able to defend real well. It was an incomplete pass, and that time same exact play, and Buckeyes in a zone defense that time with Talbot having the flats, read it, made a big interception, giving the Buckeyes another drive, another series in Alexander territory.
This time it starts at the Spartan 3. Buckeyes in the power I. And it'll be Alex Mound. He lost the ball.
I think we gave it right back to him.
And we did. Spartans will have it around their own 2 or 3 yard line. So the Spartans dodge a big bullet, giving the Buckeyes an interception. And the Buckeyes start at the 3, but then on the first play, the Buckeyes give it right back. Spartans will take over on their own 3 yard line, first down and 10 with 6:28 to play. In the second quarter, the Buckeyes up 13-0. Spartan offense back out on the field. A receiver on each side. Birdie McGrath at quarterback. Josh Barnes behind him. And looks like Mason Chapman to his right. And a flag comes in. Maybe too many men on the field for Alexander.
Dead ball. Substitution infraction. 10. Half the distance to the goal.
Well, I guess one way you can look at it, it's only going to cost them about 1.5 yards here on the penalty side.
So they'll have the ball on their own 1.5 yard line, first down and 10. Birdie McGrath at quarterback takes a snap, hands it off, and the running back cut down pretty quickly. It was Barnes right around the 1/2 yard line.
And he was hit in the end zone by Mays and not Mays, by Elliott, and he did a good job of keeping his balance, and he's still on the 1-inch line.
So Spartans about as back as far as you can go. Second down and about 12. And Birdie McGrath about 5 yards deep in the end zone to take the snap. He does so. He'll lob it on the right side. It is caught. And the Spartans will get it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Hey, and that was a nice hit over there by Mays. And
looks like there may be a flag down across the way. And I believe they said it was a personal foul on Nelsonville York. So that will get Alexander out of the hole.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was. It looked like the defender was tackled, and it looks like we made a good, clean hit on him. I'm not sure what the penalty could have been.
So Spartans now first and 10 on their own 19 now. 6 minutes to play before halftime. The Buckeyes up 13-0. McGrath throws over the middle, and it's picked off by Nelsonville York. Garrett Maiden, I believe, with the interception. Little stiff arm, takes it inside the 10, 5, and he's knocked out of bounds around the 3.
Tell you, there's a penalty down. I'm not sure. It did 2 penalties down. One of them might have been on the Buckeyes, but a nice running by the freshman there going down the sidelines.
Again, there's a flag at the Spartan 22, and then there's also a flag down inside the 10. So the officials will talk things over here. Officials still talking things over. Kind of looks like the Buckeyes will have the ball.
But there's also a flag all the way up here at about the 21-yard line.
Multiple infractions on the play.
Yeah, there's 3 flags down on the field.
The first flag was ineligible.
An eligible man downfield on the Spartans on the first flag. That one's declined. So, and that'll be a
What? Dead personal.
So the second one was a personal foul on Alexander. So the Buckeyes will take that one. The first one was an
Ineligible.
illegal man downfield.
Yeah, illegal man downfield.
The one laying out at the 22-yard line. So the Buckeyes will have great field position here. And once again, Garrett Maiden, the freshman, with the interception for the Buckeyes. Nice bit of running after the
He did. He had a great stiff arm down there, and it got him another 7-8 yards. And before he got pushed out of bounds, and right now, I think the question is, where's the ball going to be spotted? Because I think this is where we march it off 15 one way, turn around, march it back 15 the other way. I don't know if that's a new rule that the officials have to go by this year of marking off both penalties. And
was that at Wellston last week we saw that?
We've seen it a couple times this year already.
Buckeyes first down and 10. They can pick up a first down at about the half-yard line. And now the whistles blow and we have an official's timeout. .5:45 to play in the first half, and the Buckeyes up 13-0. And Nelsonville York will have the ball at the Alexander 10.5-yard line, first down and 10. Now it looks like we're ready to go. And a handoff to Noah Andrews, has some running room, and he'll take it down to about the 2-yard line.
It's nice surge up front of that offensive line. They really opened a hole that time for Andrews.
So second down and 1 for the Buckeyes at the Spartan 2. Nelsonville York in a power eye. Jeremy Warren, Noah Andrews, Alex Mount in the backfield. Hunter Edwards under center at quarterback. Handoff Alex Mount, and let's see, did he make it in? And he's in. Touchdown Nelsonville York. Let's see if the Buckeyes kick the extra point or go for 2. Again, Nelsonville York missed the extra point on the last attempt.
Yeah, I see Hunter coming back in on into the huddle for the Buckeyes, so it looks like they will be going for 2.
Buckeye trying to get the lead up to 21-0. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Buckeyes will go out of the eye. Aaron Davis split out on the left. Jeremy Warren split out on the right. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. And play action. Edwards rolls, throws, and it is caught. Nice pass and catch. Nice pass by Hunter Edwards on the run. He put it right in there, and Dakota Mays made that catch.
And Mays he's had 3 catches on the night, and each one of them have been huge catches.
5 minutes to play before halftime. The Buckeyes up 21-0. Garrett Maiden will kick it away for the Buckeyes. Trey Russell and Josh Barnes back deep for the Spartans. The approach and the kick comes to this side of the field. And the Spartans will have to pick it up around the 16. And that's Barnes, and he'll be knocked out of bounds around the 23-yard line.
I tell you, it took an NY bounce there at time. Instead of bouncing out of bounds, it bounced right to Barnes, and he had to pick it up. That's a live ball, and
Hey, you can't wait much longer for it to go out of bounds because, as you said, it's anyone's football at that point. So it's Alexander first down and 10 on their own 22. 4:55 to play in the second quarter, and the Buckeyes up 21-0. Brody McGrath at quarterback, 2 receivers on each side for Alexander. Throws to this side, tipped at the line, and it'll fall incomplete.
And Donovan Ross coming in from that end position. I tell you, when you're going to throw a quick slant like that, your offensive linemen have to cut, because I'll tell you, that's the only way to get the hands down, and Ross did a great job of getting it up and deflecting that pass.
Second down and 10 for the Spartans on their own 22. Brody McGrath at quarterback, a couple receivers on each side. He's back to pass, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Good defense by Walker Elliott. He arrives right as the ball arrives.
Tell you, it caught in there by Warwick, but like you said, as soon as he touched it, Elliott was there and made a nice tackle and jarred the ball loose.
So Alexander, third down and 10 on their own 22. Spartans 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Brody McGrath at quarterback. Back to pass. Rolls to this side, being pressured. Now he'll throw. And it's picked off, but it's out of bounds. Garrett Maiden once again, but he was out of bounds with it.
And that whole play started with Jacob Talbert. Talbert came off of his linebacker position right up by Ross, and he was blitzing. McGrath saw him. He was able to move Barnes over to pick that up, but I tell you, Talbert got back there so fast he made that play happen.
Chase Harris will punt it away for Alexander on 4th and 10 on their own 22. Jeremy Warren back deep for the Buckeyes. Bryson Nungester, an up man on the punt return for Nelsonville York. Fourth and 10 for Alexander. Harris will punt it away, a low liner. Jeremy Warren may be able to return this one. He will at the 40, across the 45, and breaks a tackle. But now they've got him corralled, and he'll go down around the 47.
Still great field position for another Buckeye drive, and you know the ball was hit so low. Tell you, if Warren didn't take it, that ball probably would have rolled all the way down inside the 20. So that's a heads-up play by Jeremy Warren.
Buckeyes 1st and 10. They'll spot it at the Nelsonville York.
Looks like there's a holding penalty on the play on the Buckeyes, and I didn't see the flag down, but it will be on the end of the run.
And this may be the Buckeyes' worst starting position of the night on offense. And it'll be on their own 35.
Tell you, Buckeyes 4 penalties so far on the night for 40 yards.
First down and 10, Buckeyes on their own 35. Nelsonville York leading 21-0, 4:22 to play in the second quarter. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. Jeremy Warren in motion to the left side. And Edwards back to pass, looking for a man, throwing long towards Dakota Mays, and it falls incomplete at the Spartan 33.
Tell you, Edwards put that ball right on the button there. I tell you, Mays got behind Thompson again, and tell you, when your running game is so successful and you're eating up yards, those are the type of plays you can make, those big time plays. And you know, Alexander has to stop reading the running backs. They got to start reading that offensive line so that they can get back in their drops. And right now they're just too worried about the running game.
2nd and 10 for the Buckeyes on their own 35-yard line. Clock stops with the incompletion. 4:21 to play in the second quarter. Hunter Edwards under center at quarterback. Takes a snap, hands it off. Jeremy Warren on the left side. And Warren will take it out to the 41-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6, and the Buckeyes will have a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Thompson stayed home on that misdirection play. And, of course, Warren, as quick as he is, was able to pick up a quick 6-7 yards.
Under 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. Buckeyes 3rd and 4 on their own 41-yard line. Buckeyes in a T formation this time. Edwards takes a snap, hands it off. Alex Mount, and he'll take it out to the 47-yard line. That's a Buckeye 1st down as he picks up about 6.
Tell you, Bradbury and once again Thompson on the tackle, but tell you, nice lead blocking that time by Warren and Andrews. And when you run behind those two, you know almost anybody can pick up 4 or 5 yards, and that's what Mount was able to do.
1st down and 10, Nelsonville York on their own 47-yard line. Plenty of time left here in the first half. Clock running at 3:25. And we have movement on both sides of the ball. It's going to be a legal procedure on Nelsonville York. So the Buckeyes will have a 1st and 15 back on their own 42-yard line. First and 15, Nelsonville York on their own 42. Edwards under center at quarterback. Jeremy Warren in motion. And he'll take the pitch on the left side. Jeremy Warren. Warren with some running room, and he'll be knocked out of bounds right around midfield.
Hey, it's a nice run that time by Warren. Like that's about an 8-yard gain on the sweep, and I tell you, Thompson has been just all over the football field right now for the Spartans.
So the Buckeyes now with a 3rd down, or pardon me, 2nd down and about 8. Buckeyes on their own 49. Nelsonville York in the power I. 2:53 to play in the second quarter. And a fake handoff. Hunter Edwards has it himself around the right side. And Edwards got the 1st down. And he'll go out of bounds at the 39-yard line of Alexander.
And that time, I'll tell you, Edwards was able to have a really good fake in there at time to Melt, and it just drew everybody inside. And then it's just a race for the corner, and nice big gain that time for Edwards. And I'll tell you, Thompson took a big hit that time from Edwards on that play. But once again, he's on a tackle again, so the Spartans got to do something else. Thompson's sitting back 7-8 yards, and he's making all the tackles.
Buckeyes 2 receivers on the right. 1st and 10 at the Spartan 39-yard line. 2:45 to play in the second quarter. Edwards back to pass, being pressured. And he will throw it, and it is caught by Andrews.
See, he was pushed out. But I tell you, he got it out in time before he went out of bounds, and I think the official wasn't real sure.
And I heard a whistle blowing before Andrews really went out of bounds with it, but it was after he caught it. But the Buckeyes do get credit for the catch. It's a 2nd down and 7 for the Buckeyes at the Spartan 36. 2:38 to play in the first half. Buckeyes up 21-0. Buckeyes in a T formation. Handoff to Jacob Talbert. And Talbot running hard. A flag does come in as Talbot gets it to the Spartan 34-yard line.
There's about 3 flags in there. I think one of them might have been a face mask, but
and Talbot comes off the field carrying his helmet.
Personal foul, helmet-to-helmet contact, defense number 6, 15-yard penalty.
It's a helmet-to-helmet contact called on the Spartans.
I tell you, and that has definitely been a point emphasis this year on the officials. They are really watching that. I've seen a lot of calls, and just the 7 games. Also watching games on Channel 15, Trimble, Athens. They are definitely watching that play.
First down and 10. Buckeyes at the Spartan 18. Hunter Edwards under center at quarterback. Jeremy Warren in motion to the left side. Handoff, Noah Andrews breaks a couple tackles and takes it inside the 15. And they'll spot it at the 14. Good hard running by Noah Andrews. Yeah. Second down and 6 for Nelsonville York.
And Andrews won't stop either. He's tackled by Smith, but he's not going to stop till the whistle blows. And
again, Noah Andrews, of course, plays fullback for the Buckeyes. He was the Tri-Valley Conference Ohio Division champion in the shot put last spring as a freshman. Buckeyes out of the eye. Second down and 6. Pitch out to this side. Alex Mount with some running room inside the 10, down to the 4.
And we had a great double team on also, but Andrews coming from his fullback spot. I don't know if you saw it. He's the one that helped Mount clear that out with a great lead block downfield.
They will spot it at the 5-yard line of Alexander to be first and goal for the Buckeyes from right there. Minute 45 to play, clock running here in the second quarter. Buckeyes trying to go up by 4 scores. Out of the T formation. Handoff to Andrews. And he's going to be taken down for a loss back at the 6-yard line.
Hey, it looked like a little bit miscommunication because Hunter and both Andrews kind of hit each other. So, tell you, they did a nice job with no fumbles on the play, but I think we had a kind of a little mess up in the backfield that time.
Minute 10 to play, clock running here in the second quarter. Still plenty of time. Of course, the Buckeyes with some timeouts left here in the first half. Buckeyes second and goal at the Spartan 6-yard line. Out of the I formation. And a pitch out, Alex Mount inside the 5. And he'll be taken down around the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you, I believe I saw holding on there in the Buckeyes, and it's going to cost them 10 yards.
Holding on Nelsonville York, as you called. 47 seconds to play in the second quarter. Again, the Buckeyes up 21-0.
Jake Weaver playing this defensive end does a really nice job of trying to force that play inside, and that's who the Buckeyes was doing the holding on, was this defensive end. And
Buckeyes now at the 14-yard line of the Spartans. Second down and goal from right there. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. Jeremy Warren in motion to the left side. Edwards back to pass. And he'll go down back at the 21-yard line. Good play in there by the Spartans' Trey Russell.
Yeah, Trey Russell fought through everything, was able to come up with a big sack. It looks like the Buckeyes are going to use one of those timeouts right now. And
27 seconds to play in the second quarter. Buckeyes up 21-0. Buckeyes third down and goal from about the 22-yard line of the Spartans. Edwards looking to throw, does so, and it's caught for a Buckeye touchdown, I believe.
There
it is, touchdown. Nelsonville York, Jeremy Warren on the touchdown reception from Hunter Edwards.
Yeah, I tell you, he just ran his defender all the way back in the end zone and stopped, and the defender just never turned around.
And the Buckeye lead is 27-0 with 19 seconds to play in the first half. Garrett Maiden will attempt the extra point. Dakota Mays will snap. Jeremy Warren will hold. And we have whistles as Maiden knocks it through. No, they say it was no good. But again, it sounded like a whistle blew the play dead before the play actually happened.
And now there's another penalty on the field. Right now, the
illegal procedure on Nelsonville York.
Hey, right now, for some reason, our on-the-field mic is having a really hard time picking up a signal, so it's hard to hear him. But, yeah, like you said, it was a motion on the Buckeyes that time.
And, of course, prior to the snap. So they'll back it up 5 yards to the 8-yard line. The Buckeyes will attempt the extra point once again. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. That one was a line drive, but it got between the uprights.
And that's all that matters.
19 seconds to play before halftime, and the Buckeyes up 28-0. Garrett Maiden will kick it away for Nelsonville York. Trey Russell and Josh Barnes back deep for Alexander. And the kick comes to this
side. That's
a
live ball.
And still loose.
It's still loose. I tell you what, it looked like it was really trapped underneath the Spartan, and no one had possession of it for a while. And
looked like Brendan Williams got it for Alexander at the Spartan 32.
Tell you what a play would that have been if we'd have came up with that ball with just 18 seconds here in the half. And
so the Spartans will have it. They'll spot it at the Alexander 33. So the Buckeyes scored 13 points in the first quarter. They've scored 15 here in the second quarter. And Nelsonville York with a comfortable 4-touchdown lead. 18 seconds to play in the second period. Let's see if the Spartans tried to do something with it. Brody McGrath at quarterback. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. McGrath looking for a receiver. Has some time, now flushed out of the pocket, runs to the right side, and he will run with it, and he'll be tackled around the 38-yard line by Jacob Talbert as the clock runs.
And I tell you, that's the biggest gain on the night for McGrath, an 8-yard run, but I tell you, Talbert did a good job of open field tackle.
It's halftime here at Boston Field, and what a half it was for Nelsonville York. The Buckeyes lead the Spartans. Trey Russell and Josh Barnes back deep for Alexander. The kick comes to this side. Ball loose and picked up by Josh Barnes. And Barnes brings it to this sideline, and then he'll go down around the 38-yard line.
Tell you, Barnes did a nice job. I thought he stepped out of bounds back at about the 30, and he was finally Justin Draper on that tackle. But nice job by Barnes to keep himself in bounds.
So in the first half, the Buckeyes defense just played lights out against the Spartans. Let's see if they can continue it here. Second half, Buckeyes up 28-0 as we begin the third quarter of play. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Brody McGrath at quarterback, takes a snap, hands it off to Josh Barnes, and he'll get it to the 39-yard line, a gain of 1, and it'll bring up a second down and 9.
I'll tell you what doesn't show on the stats is what David Ray did right there. 2 guys pulled on the backside for the Spartans, and he came in and took both of them out and let Elliott come in there and make a big tackle for the Buckeyes. That's a nice job by David Ray.
2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. McGrath will keep it himself, has some running room. Brody McGrath in the Buckeye territory, breaks a tackle, and will take it to the Buckeye 43-yard line. About a 17, 18-yard pickup for Brody McGrath.
Yeah, and that's a huge run by McGrath and that Spartans offense, because McGrath was in the negative rushing yards in the first half with all the sacks. So 17-yard run for McGrath.
Two receivers on the right, one on the left. 1st and 10 Spartans. McGrath back to pass, throws, and nearly picked off by Dakota Mays. And I believe he saw the end zone and just took his eyes off of it right as it arrived.
Yeah, they faked that dive play in there to Barnes and tried to draw that linebacker down, but it didn't work. Mays read it perfect and stepped in, and like you said, I think he was seeing end zone because there was nobody out there and just went right off his hands.
2nd down and 10 for the Spartans at the Buckeye 43-yard line. Two receivers on the right, one on the left. Brody McGrath at quarterback. He takes a snap. He runs with it once again, and this time he'll be cut down after a gain of 2 to the Buckeye 41.
Yeah, Mays on that tackle at time for the Buckeyes. And they ran that play last time. What they're doing is they're trying to double down and kick out Andrews, and there's just nobody there to pick up Mays, and he's been able to step up there and make a big tackle.
Third down and about 8 for Alexander. And McGrath keeps it himself, or he tries to. The ball's loose, and the Buckeyes have recovered it. Jay Elliott.
In the first half, they ran that read option also, and what McGrath is doing, he's reading that defensive end, and we're just too fast, and he's just not reading that fast enough, and he tried to hurry up and pull it out. The Buckeyes were right there to knock it out the rest of the way, and hey, that's definitely something the Spartans didn't need to start the second half with.
So the Buckeyes leading 28-0, and they'll have their first possession of the second half on their own 46-yard line, 1st down and 10. 10:40 to play in the third quarter. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. Jeremy Warren in motion. Now flags come in. And it's a legal procedure on Nelsonville York. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Buckeyes.
Hey, and that's one part of the game the Buckeyes suffered a little bit in the first half. They had 7 penalties for 60 yards in that first half, and those penalties can just kill drives, and you definitely can't start a drive out here in the second half and get yourself back in a 1st and long.
Buckeyes now back on their own 41-yard line, 1st and 15. Jeremy Warren in motion to the left. And back to pass, Hunter Edwards. Throwing long over the middle, Dakota Mays, and he's got it down to the 27-yard line of Alexander.
Okay, and that's all starts with that running game. We say it over and over again, but the defensive backs are just not reading the correct people up there, and we're running right past them. I mean, they need to be reading our offensive linemen. That's a quick read. That's your quick read, and right now Mays and Warren are able to go right behind him and make big catches.
1st and 10 Buckeyes at the Spartan 27. Nelsonville York in the power I. Handoff Alex Mount has it on the right side across the 20. 10, 5. And let's see, did he make it in? I believe they said he stepped out.
Yeah, we got a penalty here at about the 20-yard line.
It looks like it's holding on Nelsonville York.
Holding the call against the Buckeyes.
10 minutes, 2 seconds to play in the third quarter. The Buckeyes up 28-0. Big run by Alex Mount, but it's going to be wiped out by a holding call.
Last call with a 50-50, folks. Last call.
So it's from the spot of the foul. The Buckeyes will have a 1st down at the Spartan 32-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 15.
5 minutes to claim your winnings at the entrance to Boston Field. 0-0, 7-1, 4-6.
Hunter Edwards at quarterback. Jeremy Warren in motion to the left side. Edwards back to pass, being pressured. And he'll be sacked back at the 40-yard line. That'll be a loss of about 8 yards for the Buckeyes.
Hey, and that time they brought a backside blitz that time, and Edwards had a nice job. He kept his head up, and he was able to see that outside rush coming in and scramble forward, at least saved himself probably 5-6 more yards.
So the Buckeyes now a 2nd down and 23 to go on the Spartan 40. Buckeyes, 2 receivers on each side. Buckeyes in a pistol look. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. And Edwards runs to this side, and he will go out of bounds back at the 46.
Hey, something looked off on that play. I didn't know if it looked like Hunter thought we'd have a motion penalty there, and nothing was called. And I kind of think it threw the rhythm off of that play.
So that'll be a loss for the Buckeyes back to the Spartan 46-yard line. So the Buckeyes now with a 3rd down and about 28 to go. Again at the Alexander 46. 9 minutes, 11 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. The Buckeyes up 28-0. Nelsonville York out of the eye. Edwards back to pass. Looking for a receiver. And now he'll be sacked back at the 50-yard line, and a flag comes in.
And it was a late flag. I'm sure if it's on the Buckeyes, they'll decline it.
Holding on Nelsonville York. May have been a block in the back on the Buckeyes. Penalty is declined, bringing up a 4th down for Nelsonville York on the sack back at the 50. So the Buckeyes 4th down and about 33 yards to go. And Jeremy Warren will punt it away. Nice snap. Warren gets it away. Nice high punt. And it takes a Buckeye bounce and roll. Let's see if they can stop it before the end zone. Good play by Dakota Mays.
Man, I'll tell you, he has to, as soon as that ball crosses the end zone line, it's dead no matter what, even if it doesn't land. As soon as it's crossed, he was able to get up and make a nice jump and catch it before it goes into the end zone. And you know, this is one of the something that's really hurt the Spartans tonight. They've just never been able to have maybe one or two drives in good field position, and another drive starting inside the Buckeye 5-yard line.
47-yard punt by Jeremy Warren. Had a lot of height to it as well. So the Spartans back on their own 3-yard line. 1st down and 10. Brody McGrath at quarterback. Runs on the right side, and he'll go down at the 5-yard line as he picks up a couple yards.
And Talbert once again on that tackle. And tell you, Jacobs actually spread out when they go into that wide formation, and he's still able to come up in there and get a good base underneath him and make a good tackle.
2nd down and 8 for Alexander on their own 5-yard line. And McGrath keeps it himself. And he's out to about the 14-yard line. That'll be an Alexander 1st down. They may spot it at the 15. So a nice run by McGrath on that one.
Yeah, it was a nice run that time, and it was on the read option. And that time they blocked it very well, and he's able to cut against the grain and make a good play.
1st and 10 Spartans on their own 15. McGrath throws it out on the right side, and I believe it'll be an incomplete pass.
I tell you, to me, it's a backward pass, and that's a loss of about 5 yards. It's a lateral, basically, and
that's what they will rule. Of course, the ball has to go forward. If it's sideways or backwards, that's of course, backwards pass.
Yes.
2nd down and about 13 for Alexander. McGrath looking to throw, being pressured. And he'll go down back at the 7-yard line.
And that's a coverage sack right there. I mean, you look down and you see Nungester, Maiden, and Jeremy Warren all right on top of their defending Thompson and Warwick, all them downfield. They're doing a nice job covering, and it's giving Andrews and Elliott and Ross plenty of time to get there and make a tackle.
3rd down now and about 19 for the Spartans. Alexander back on their own 7-yard line. Brody McGrath at quarterback. Takes a snap. He's back in the end zone. Steps up. Now he'll run with it on the right side. Buckeyes in good pursuit. And he'll get it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Hey, he's hit in there first by David Ray, and it has a nice run by Brody McGrath that time, and he's able to bring it out of punt, basically having the Spartans punt from inside their end zone. And
so the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down and about 9. Alexander has it on their own 16-yard line. Chase Harris will punt it away for the Spartans. Jeremy Warren back deep for the Buckeyes. And Harris will get it away. Nice long punt, backing up Jeremy Warren. And they'll down it at the Buckeye 38-yard line.
That's an outstanding punt by the Spartans.
I believe that's about a 46-yard punt. So the Buckeyes, with their offense back out on the field, leading 28-0, 6:41 to play in the third quarter.
Tell you one thing the Spartans D's been able to do, they've actually kept Mount kind of in check tonight. His biggest run's been 20 yards, but what's happening is they're giving up that big play, pass play, and that's what the Buckeyes are capitalizing on right now.
Buckeyes in the power I on their own 39-yard line, 1st and 10, handoff. Alex Mount with some running room, and he'll take it into Spartan territory to about the 47-yard line, and that'll be a Buckeye 1st down on the gain of about 15.
Kidrow on the tackle, and that's your safety back there. So it's nice blocking up front that time by that Buckeye offensive line.
Buckeyes in the power I once again, 1st and 10 at the Alexander 47-yard line. Edwards hands it off to Noah Andrews, and he'll take it down to the Alexander 43-yard line as he picks up 4 yards for the Buckeyes.
No, he just kept going. I think he actually landed on 3 people and tried to keep rolling off of them, but official called him down at after about a 3-4 yard gain.
Of course, the Buckeyes are coached by Dave Boston Jr. in his 12th year. Alexander coached by first-year head coach Alex Penrod, who took over for Sean Arno. He used to be a quarterback at Logan High School. 2nd and 6 for the Buckeyes. Handoff on the left side. I believe Mount was on the carry and not much doing. He picked up a yard on the play, maybe 2.
Up front that time for the Spartans, number 42, and that's Trey Russell, and he read that perfect and was able to come up and meet Mount before he was able to break anything and get any big gains.
3rd down and 5 for Nelsonville York at the Alexander 42. 5:05 to play in the third quarter. The Buckeyes up by 4 scores. Nelsonville York out of the eye. Pitch out. Alex Mount on the right side. Mount will take it down to the 35-yard line of the Spartans. That's a Buckeye 1st down on a gain of 6.
Hey, and Mount right there, yeah, I guess it's, you look at it, he got the 1st down, which is great. He actually outran his blockers that time. I think if he stays behind his blockers and lets Carter and possibly Andrews pick up that one block, I think he probably gets another 15, 20 yards. However, he did get the needed 1st down.
1st and 10, Nelsonville York at the Spartan 34-yard line. Buckeyes in a T formation. Handoff goes to Noah Andrews, and he's got some good positive yardage for the Buckeyes, a gain of about 6 yards.
Mason Chapman on the tackle, and once again, that Buckeye offensive line is starting to really open up some holes now. And, that's something we've seen all year. The longer the game goes, those big guys up front, they just keep moving the defenders out of the way, and we're starting to really piling up some yards now.
2nd down and 4 for the Buckeyes at the 28-yard line of Alexander. Buckeyes with the receiver on each side. Nelsonville York out of the eye. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. And he'll hand it off to Noah Andrews, and a flag comes in. Andrews looks to have the 1st down, but again, a flag is down.
And that's right in that holding location. That's third penalty here in the second half for the Buckeyes for 25 yards. It's the 10th penalty overall on the Buckeyes, and it's definitely one thing we have to correct, because those are just drive killers right there.
Buckeyes second down and about 16 at the Spartan 40-yard line. Buckeyes 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Noah Andrews standing to the right of quarterback Hunter Edwards. Edwards takes the snap, rolls to this side. Now he'll lob it down the field towards Jeremy Warren, but it'll fall incomplete down at the 15-yard line.
Okay, that time Warren ran a little hitch and go, and we scored on the hitch there right before the half, and we're just seeing if the Spartans are going to jump on that hitch and get Warren behind them, and nice coverage that time by the Spartans.
Third and 16.
Kimbrough did a really nice job that time.
Buckeyes 3rd and 16 at the Spartan 40-yard line. 3:21 to play in the third quarter. The Buckeyes up 28-0. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right.
And right now, one's uncovered on the left.
Edwards takes the snap, back to pass, and he'll throw over the middle, and it's caught by Jeremy Warren. He's going to be just shy of a first down by about 2 yards. And Nelsonville York will have a 4th down and 2.
And it was a nice cross pattern that time for the Buckeyes, and at least gets us in a position where we can let that line open something up here and get that first down.
4th and 2 for the Buckeyes at the Spartan 26-yard line. Nelsonville York out of the power eye. Jacob Talbert, Noah Andrews, and Alex Mount in the backfield. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. Mount takes the handoff, and he's close, but he may be short of the first down. And Alexander has held on downs. Mount just about a half-yard shy of the first down. So Alexander will take over on their own 25-yard line. 2.5 minutes to play in quarter number 3 here at Boston Field. The Buckeyes up 28-0.
Tell you, the Buckeyes have put a couple nice drives together here in the third quarter. They've just not been able to put something in the end zone, and both times what's hurt the Buckeyes has been a penalty.
First down and 10 for the Spartans on their own 25-yard line. Birdie McGrath at quarterback. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Josh Barnes around the right side, has some running room, and he'll go out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it. Around the 32-yard line, so he picks up 7 yards for Alexander.
Tell you, he's forced out there by Walker Elliott, and that's one of the bigger runs for Barnes on the night.
Second down and about 3 for Alexander on their own 32-yard line. Birdie McGrath at quarterback, hands it off to Barnes once again, and this time he's hit and dropped right around the line of scrimmage. He may have picked up 1.
Hey, David Ray really read that well, and he was in there immediately and was able to hit Barnes before he even got back to the line of scrimmage.
So the Spartans now a 3rd down and 2 on their own 33-yard line. Clock running under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Birdie McGrath at quarterback. Takes a snap, hands it off to Barnes, and Josh Barnes has a first down and more. He breaks a tackle, and he'll be tackled right around the 48-yard line of the Spartans by Bryson Nungester.
Yeah, it's a great tackle there by Nungester, because there's only one person left. And
first down and 10, Alexander on their own 48-yard line. Spartans with the receiver on the left side, 3 on the right. Again, Birdie McGrath at quarterback. He will hand it off to Josh Barnes. He breaks away from a would-be tackler, and he'll go down for a loss back at the Spartan 46-yard line.
I tell you, Dakota Mays comes.
And a late flag comes in well after the play. And this is probably going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct call on.
I believe it's going to be on the Buckeyes, too.
And it is on Nelsonville York.
Personal foul against the Buckeyes.
So Alexander will have a first down and 10 in Buckeye territory at the Nelsonville York 39-yard line. Spartans 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left.
First and 10. Spartan.
Birdie McGrath at quarterback. Takes a snap, throws it out on the right side. That was a backwards pass. Kimbrough throws it, and it's complete, I believe, to Lucas Thompson on the far side, and he's got a Spartan first down.
Okay, just a little double pass there, and Warren did a nice job. He stayed back, he read it, was not going to let Thompson get behind him.
McGrath throws it out to Kimbrough. He is the second-string quarterback for Alexander, and then he hits Lucas Thompson with it for a first down for Alexander at the Buckeye 23. Minute 5 to play in the third quarter. Buckeyes up 28-0. Birdie McGrath at quarterback. Takes a snap, and he will hand it off up the middle, and Mason Chapman running hard for Alexander. Takes it to the 15, a gain of about 8.
Okay, and this has been by far the best drive that the Spartans have put together, play after play. And
second down and 2 for the Spartans. And now I have a timeout taken by Nelsonville York. Buckeyes lead 28-0, 43 seconds to play in the third quarter. Spartans second and 2 at the Buckeye 15-yard line. Josh Barnes with the football for Alexander, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown from 15 yards out. So the Spartans on the board with 36 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Hey, Barnes put a lot of successful runs there together. Outside of that touchdown, he had a nice 15-yard run, 6-yard run, a 7-yard run to keep that drive all during that drive.
Kyle Howard will attempt the point after touchdown for Alexander. Looks like Taylor Kimbrough will hold. And the extra point is up, and it is good. 36 seconds to play in the third quarter. It's the Buckeyes 28, the Spartans 7. Kyle Howard will kick it away for Alexander. Jeremy Warren back deep for Nelsonville York. And the approach and a little onside kick on the far side and covered up nicely at the 45-yard line.
And Matt Carter did a nice job of getting on the ball and covering it up. Yeah,
great hands. So the Buckeyes first and 10 on their own 45-yard line. 35 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, Buckeyes need to put a drive here. We've had some good drives this half. We've got to keep away from the penalties.
Buckeyes first and 10 on their own 45. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. Jeremy Warren in motion to the left side. Handoff to Noah Andrews, brings it back up the middle, and he'll take it into Spartan territory to the 49 as he picks up about 6 yards.
And Chapman on that tackle, along with Eisman also for the Spartans, and that's a nice 7-yard gain that time for Andrews.
That may be the final play of the third quarter. Clock running at 12 seconds. Let's see if the Buckeyes try to get off another play. But they'll come to the sidelines.
Yeah, bring it to the sidelines and go into this fourth quarter up by 3 touchdowns.
28-7 Buckeyes at the end of 3 here at Boston Field. Nelsonville York high school cheerleaders. Maya Flores, Lily Parsons, Mackenzie Patton, Alyssa Spencer, Brandy Atkins, Alyssa Klaus, Cassie Coe, Shauna McCombs, Mackenzie Perry, Mariah Abram, Abby Adams, Michaela Bradford, Chloe Chubb, Cassie Getchell, Caitlin Dieter, and Hannah Hiles. And the cheerleading advisors, Christy O'Neill and Shannon Seal. Ready for the final 12 minutes of this game. Buckeyes with a second down and about 3 at the Spartan 48-yard line. And we're going to have an illegal procedure on Nelsonville York.
Flag on the field. Illegal procedure, the call against the Buckeyes.
Second down and 8 for Nelsonville York. Back on their own 47.
Ball now spotted at the Buckeye 47-yard line. Second and 8.
Hunter Edwards at quarterback. Buckeyes out of the eye. Pitch out. Alex Mount on the right side has some running room. And nice open field tackle across the way by the Spartans.
Yeah, Chapman and Eisman both read the play well, was able to get out there and keep Mount from turning that corner.
Looked like it was open over there, but Chapman came flying in.
Yeah, and he did, and I tell you, we know what Mount can do once he gets out in the open, and yeah, you definitely got to hit Mount before he gets his motor running, because he's definitely quick.
Buckeyes third down and 8 on their own 48-yard line. Splitting out a receiver on each side. Nelsonville York out of the I formation. Edwards takes a snap. The ball's loose. Edwards picks it up, but he'll be taken down back at the 46-yard line, and the Buckeyes will have a 4th and 9.
Yeah, Brendan Williams on that tackle fumble, and Hunter was able to bend down and pick that up and at least keep the Spartans from getting on it. And tell you where, and we'll go back to punt, and he's had some good punts tonight.
Jeremy Warren will kick it away for the Buckeyes on 4th and 9. Buckeyes on their own 46. Taylor Kimbrough back deep to receive the punt for Alexander. Nice snap. Warren gets it away. A low liner. Takes a Buckeye bounce and picked up by Kimbrough. Crosses the 20-yard line, the 25, and then he'll go down around the 29-yard line on the hard hit by Walker Elliott.
Tell you, and Elliott did, man. He really put a hit on him, and I think it might have hurt him a little bit too, but, man, I tell you, that was a huge hit by Walker Elliott.
So Alexander with the football. 10:29 to play in the fourth quarter. The Buckeyes leading by 21 points.
Tell you, the last drive, the Alexander put up 7 points. That was by far their best drive of the night. Penalty-free drive on the Spartans. And tell you, Barnes really came through that time, had some big runs. And, tell you what, Spartans got a little momentum going here. They got us 3 and out, and now they're back on the offensive side.
Spartans first down and 10 on their own 29-yard line. Brody McGrath at quarterback. To his right is Josh Barnes. McGrath will hand it off to Barnes, brings it back to the middle of the field, and still going is Barnes, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards for Alexander out to the 37-yard line.
Okay, Dakota Mays on that tackle, and right now Spartans pulling 2 backside linemen and leading them into the hole, and tell you, Barnes is able to find a little crease and has been able to pick up yards.
From their own 38-yard line.
Alexander second down and about 2. McGrath takes a snap, hands it off to Barnes once again around the left side, cuts it up now, and he's got the first down as he'll take it out to the Spartan 49-yard line.
And Mays also on the tackle, and right now Spartans offense is starting to move.
9 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. The Buckeyes leading 28-7. Brody McGrath at quarterback. First down and 10 for Alexander. Option play comes this side. He pitches it behind Barnes. He pulls it in, however, and he'll take it to the Buckeye 48, a gain of a couple.
Skylar Kaner coming down from his defensive tackle spot. And defensive end on this side, once again, forced the pitch. Corner's got to step up, make that big hit, and that's what the Buckeyes did.
Second down and about 8 for Alexander at the Buckeye 48-yard line. Birdie McGrath at quarterback, 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Takes a snap, hands it off to Mason Chapman. And Chapman still running hard, gets it down to the Buckeye 43-yard line, and the Spartans will have a 3rd and 3.
Jacob Talbert coming off the pile, also Andrews, and looks like Chapman might have a cramp.
So we have an injury timeout on the field. Hopefully Chapman will be okay. 8:50 to play in the game. The Buckeyes leading 28-7. Again, the Nelsonville York varsity cheerleaders. 3rd down now and about 3 for Alexander. Chapman did jog off under his own power, which was good to see. 3rd and 3 for the Spartans at the Buckeye 43. Birdie McGrath at quarterback, 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. McGrath will throw over the middle. Wide open is Taylor Kimbrough, and he'll take it to the Buckeye 25-yard line as Garrett Maiden makes the tackle.
Yeah, Maiden on a tackle, and they had nice job. McGrath was able to find him wide open, running right down the seam, and that place he just didn't make in the first half.
1st and 10 for the Spartans at the Buckeye 25-yard line. McGrath takes a snap, fakes it to Barnes, keeps it himself. And McGrath will take it down to the Buckeye 18-yard line as he picks up about 7 yards.
Yeah, I tell you, David Ray on the tackle, and right now the Spartans' offense is really moving. Buckeyes got to step it up.
8 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the game. The Buckeyes leading by 21, but the Spartans on the move. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. McGrath takes a snap. He will throw over the middle, and it is caught for the touchdown. Alexander with a touchdown on the reception by Jacob Warwick.
Man, they're running a little misdirection, a little scissors out there, and he went right into the end zone. Nice throw by McGrath.
So the Spartans trail by 15 with the extra point attempt upcoming. Kyle Howard will attempt the point after touchdown for Alexander. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 7:59 to play in the game. It's the Buckeyes 28, the Spartans 14. Kyle Howard will kick off for Alexander. The Spartans look to be attempting an onside kick. Of course, they tried one last time, and the Buckeyes covered it up. Kyle Howard on the kick for Alexander. And he brings it to this side, and it will go out of bounds. And so the Buckeyes will have it on their own 35-yard line.
And I tell you, Howard was trying to get that, hit it hard at the top, getting that big bounce, and it just never turned over.
So 1st down and 10, Nelsonville York on their own 35-yard line. Hunter Edwards at quarterback, Alex Mount, Noah Andrews in the backfield. And handoff, Noah Andrews has some running room, takes it out to the 40-yard line as he picks up 5.
Yeah, Chapman again on the tackle, and also along with Trey Russell, which has had a nice night on the defensive side for the Spartans.
See if the Buckeyes could put together a drive like they did down at Wellston a week ago when they got it back up by 5 with 6 minutes left, and Wellston then didn't get it back till like 17 seconds left in the game, or 7 seconds, I believe.
And Buckeyes just need to get back to that dominant up front line.
And hitting the backfield, that's Jacob Talbert, and that will be a loss as the Spartans all over that play.
Yeah, I tell you, that's hit in there by Grigsby. And I tell you, big third down here now for the Buckeyes, and we definitely don't want to give the ball back over to the Spartans. They've definitely got the momentum right now.
Clock running with 6:59 to play in the game. The Buckeyes leading by 14. Nelsonville York with a 3rd and 9 on their own 36-yard line. Buckeyes in an I formation. Pitch out to Alex Mount. The ball's loose, and Mount will just fall on it back at the 30-yard line. So the Buckeyes will have to punt it away on 4th and 15 back at the 30. Jeremy Warren will punt it away for Nelsonville York. Taylor Kimbrough back deep to receive the punt for Alexander. Warren gets it away, a low liner this direction. Takes a Buckeye bounce and roll. And Andrew McDonald will down it at the 26-yard line. That's where the Spartans will have it. 5:52 to play in the game, and Alexander down by 14, but they've got the ball.
Tell you, and Warren's really punted the ball well tonight too, and you know he's put the Spartans in some bad positions, and you know, tell you another great punt there. At least the Spartans are starting back at about the 26-yard line, and
44-yard punt.
Yeah, and the Buckeyes, they have to step. This is where the Buckeye D really has to come back and play like they did in the first half, which basically, you know, we were talking at halftime. First half stats, basically, Alexander had less than 20 yards of total offense in the first half. So, you know, the Buckeyes got to rebound here. They got to get the defense going again.
So Alexander 1st and 10 on their own 26. Brody McGrath at quarterback for Alexander. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. He takes a snap, looking to pass. Throws long on the right side, and it falls incomplete. Looked like Nungester had an interception, and it was knocked away by Jeremy Warren. Of course, Warren has to go for that football. He didn't realize Nungester was there.
Yeah, and Warren coming up, trying to stretch that calf. He's getting a little bit of, you can tell he's getting some cramps. And
good coverage by the Buckeyes. 2nd and 10 for the Spartans on their own 26. Again, 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. McGrath back to pass. Now he'll run with it, and he'll go down, and that'll be a sack back at the 24-yard line.
Hey, and that's Jay Elliott and Canner up there with the sack, and that's definitely something the Buckeyes needed right now. Put Spartans in a 3rd down and 11 or 12 yards.
3rd down and 12 for Alexander, back on their own 24-yard line. Brody McGrath at quarterback. 2 receivers on the left. Handoff to Josh Barnes. And he'll take it out to about the 29-yard line, maybe the 30, as he picks up about 6.
And the Spartans are in this position now where, you know, it's 4th down, and, you know, I think they're going to have to probably go for it being down 2 scores.
Will be 4th down and 6 for Alexander on their own 30. And again, the Spartans will go for it. Brody McGrath at quarterback. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. McGrath back to pass, looking to throw. Looking, now he'll run with it. And he's going to have the 1st down for Alexander as he takes it out to the 40-yard line. So 1st down and 10 Spartans.
Okay, McGrath did a nice job too. He let all the receivers get downfield. It kind of cleared that zone out, and he was able to step in there. But I thought he was actually going to cut back away from the 1st down. But then he finally turned it up, and David Ray on that tackle.
1st down and 10, Alexander on their own 40-yard line. Buckeyes up 28-14, 4.5 minutes to play in the game. And the ball's loose. McGrath picks it up. Now he'll lob it over the middle, and it's caught by Mason Chapman down at the Buckeye 38-yard line.
That's a 23-yard gain that time to Chapman. And
so McGrath makes a bad play go good as that ball was loose on the ground. He picks it up and fires it up the middle of the field for a Spartan 1st down. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. 1st and 10 Spartans. McGrath back to pass. looking to throw, throws over the middle, and it is caught down to the Buckeye 22. So the Spartans on the move. 4 minutes, 6 seconds to play in the game. The Buckeyes up 14. First and 10, Alexander at the Buckeye 21. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. And a flag comes in. We have a legal procedure on the Spartans.
Yeah, that's the first penalty in the second half on Alexander.
So first and 15 now for the Spartans, back at the Buckeye 26. Birdie McGrath at quarterback. Takes a snap, looks on the right side, now looks over the middle, throws, and let's see, is it caught? It is, down at the Buckeye 2-yard line. First and goal for the Spartans.
And McGrath, which, you know, will admit he did not play very well in that first half with 3 interceptions. He's just been on fire here in the second half.
I believe that was Taylor Kimbrough on that catch down to the 2-yard line. They'll spot it at the 3. And it's first and goal for Alexander at the Buckeye 3-yard line. Josh Barnes out of the Wildcat. And he is in for the touchdown. So Alexander down by 8 now at 28-20 with the PAT upcoming. 3:27 to play in the fourth quarter. So the Buckeyes scored all 28 points of this game. At that point, at halftime, the Buckeyes led 28-0 at half, but now the Spartans have scored all the points that have been scored here in the second half. Kyle Howard will attempt the extra point. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. Again, 3:27 to play in the game. Buckeyes 28, Spartans 21. Kyle Howard will kick it away, and let's see if the Spartans will try another onside kick. They may just kick it deep. 3:27 to play, and I believe they have all 3 timeouts left. Let's see what the Spartans elect to do. And it is an onside kick, and a flag comes in.
We're going to have offsides on Alexander.
So they'll spot it back to the 35-yard line, and Alexander will re-kick.
And like you said, the Alexander here could probably kick it away, and they have to stop the Buckeyes no matter what. And if you put the ball deeper instead of giving the Buckeyes the ball here, possibly at the 50-yard line. Like I said, I think you said Spartans have all their timeouts.
Buckeyes have moved Jeremy Warren, Dakota Mays up close on the front line. Also, Hunter Edwards in back deep in case they do kick it deep. Kyle Howard will kick from the 35. Again, an onside kick. And the Buckeyes have it. Jeremy Warren off to the races. And he'll be tackled at the 15-yard line. What a play by Jeremy Warren.
That's a heads-up play by Warren, too, because once he had good possession of it, he knew he could go ahead and take off. And tell you, that's a senior leadership right there. Warren, nice heads-up play.
Jeremy Warren started this game with that, I believe it was a 78-yard kickoff return on the opening kickoff to set up the Buckeyes at the Spartan 15. Now he has a big play on this onside kick. First and 10 Buckeyes at the 15 of Alexander. Nelsonville York in a power I. Handoff Alex Mount. And he'll take it down to the Spartan 7-yard line, a gain of 8.
And Kimbrough on that tackle, and this is the Buckeyes have to capitalize here. They have to get a touchdown here.
Second down for the Buckeyes. Second down and about 2 at the Alexander 7-yard line. Clock running, 2:57 to play in the game. The Buckeyes up 7. Nelsonville York in a power I. Second down and 2 at the Spartan 7. Handoff Alex Mount. And nothing doing for the Buckeyes, as that will be a loss. Back to the 9-yard line, a loss of 2.
And Alexander runs onto the field, gets a timeout called.
Buckeyes will have a 3rd and 4 now at the Alexander.